Knights of Guinevere comes out hard with its body horror, but perhaps what makes episode 1 so powerful is how much of that horror comes from the maternal. Twisted care and violence run deep beneath its surface. So let's dig in.
Once upon a time, and this was a very long time ago indeed, there was a princess. Trapped in a tall, tall tower and locked away by complicated machines that ran on blood and fear.
The opening begins with narration about a trapped princess in a tower. Olivia stands looking up at a circular window above, and as she walks away, this becomes storybook framing. It's as if she both has the power to leave the story, but is also trapped within it. The trapped princess story seems to apply to Guinevere. The lines about machines running on blood and fear could describe human bodies, and we see Gwen helpless and controlled, lying on Olivia's bed. But later, we see Olivia as an old woman, hooked up to complicated machinery. Olivia mirrors Gwen. If bodies are machines, then Olivia fits too. Where she once tried to fix Gwen's body, her own is now kept alive by robots and machines, in a role reversal from the opening. The show avoids blaming Olivia directly in the narration. Guinevere is in dire need of rescue, but no fingers are pointed at who. Guinevere's treated far worse, but Olivia's suffering makes things ambiguous, allowing us to view both characters as victims. And yet, there's no doubt that Guinevere is the biggest victim here. Within the moody darkness of Olivia's room, the young girl looms over the android. Olivia's voice is soft, but her care is violent. She gently breaks Gwen, mutilating her body. That such violence takes place in a child's bedroom feels even more twisted. Gwen lies helpless, unmoving. Above her, the portrait of a family missing its mother figure. This vulnerability makes the android feel both childlike and motherly, an adult body treated with the helplessness of a child.
Are you hurt? Don't worry. I can make you better.
Olivia cuts into her stomach, violence loaded with meaning. When Olivia walks with her father afterwards, the hand she used to cut Gwen is hidden, coated in the android's blue blood. Their hands meet where Gwen's bleeding stomach would be, her suffering placed at the centre of this family dynamic, even as she remains blurred and excluded. Guinevere's not really part of this family, but she's forced into the symbolic role of mother, her body turned into a site of maternal violence. Even as Olivia ages, she keeps that monstrous, childlike mentality, demanding the robots bring Guinevere back.
Won't you? Oh, bring her back! Bring her back! Bring her back!
We see the floor trashed with bowls of food, rejected by Olivia. The robot maids that tend to her are unnerving maternal figures. Despite Olivia's tantrum, they tend to her, one speaking in a warm, motherly tone, and even holding Olivia as she cries. And yet, they are far less human than Guinevere, their faces smiling animal masks that show no real expression. They cannot replace Guinevere, and so Olivia's obsession continues. The strongest image of the episode is when Olivia drags Guinevere by her intestine. It's a grotesque image of forced motherhood, an umbilical cord which forces connection between child and adult woman. This maternal horror is so great because it takes something nurturing and turns it into a weapon of control, as if that's the only kind of love Olivia knows. Robots in fictional stories have always dealt with themes of autonomy, but here it's explicitly female-coded. Unlike Olivia, who can step in and out of the fairy tale framing, Gwen is fully trapped. This shot starts with her mutilated stomach, before moving to her face, a choice which invokes pregnancy, further made clear by the umbilical cord attaching her to a child. She's reduced to reproductive symbolism. Gwen stumbles in agony as Olivia drags her deeper into the fairy tale, an unwilling participant in a story not made for her. Her body is both controlled and violated by a child. Later, when she jumps to escape, her fall adds to this childlike vulnerability, her intestine flowing up as she falls. It's at once a symbol of Olivia's control, but also shows that once disconnected from Olivia, Gwen becomes this fragile, innocent-like being. Olivia treats her as a child at times, calls her princess, plays with her like a toy in her bedroom, and dismisses her agency entirely. And it's this switching of roles that highlights Gwen's lack of agency. She is both infantilized and dehumanized. The violence enacted against her, whether it's related to motherhood, childhood, or simply as an object, all erode her sense of agency. And yet we also see Olivia's own bodily autonomy degrade as she ages and becomes reliant on machines. She's bedbound and helpless, dependent on androids who keep her alive while serving her. The medical tubing continues the theme of maternal machinery, but this time it's Olivia who's fragile and dependent. The machine gives life, and yet Olivia is clearly not happy, trapped in her own reliance upon it, trapped in her obsession with the missing mother figure. She is both victim and abuser. We started the episode with Olivia staring down at Guinevere, the victim of twisted motherhood. By the end, Franklin and Andy stare down at the healed android. Gwen sees them as children, as if this maternal connection has been rebooted into something genuine. But even this is shaky. Princess Gwen lives in a fairy tale reality that ignores the real-world violence, while the android protects them in ways both vicious and unstable. It makes me wonder if this is how she saw Olivia, a maternal bond marked by violence, always threatening to unravel into something more twisted.
What are your names? Francesca and Andrea from M7.
Horror and care side by side. We end with a princess who promises protection, and the android who delivers it in blood. Thanks for watching!